The next morning, I'd finished my morning commuter's coffee run by 8. The shop grew quiet. I'd done most of the prep work yesterday during the later shift that had been as dead as this morning was shaping up to be, so I continued my research. I'd finished the book and was sitting in one of the armchairs, thinking about the characters and the world I'd left behind, when the bell rang over the door. A group of women from the small bank branch down the street burst inside, excited chatter filling the shop. I jumped up and went over to the counter. "Welcome, ladies. I don't typically see you out on a workday."
"The bank's closed until noon. They're working on the security system, and we can't be there."
Leslie Talman, a woman I'd met over at the Glass Slipper at my one and only stained glass class, led the group toward the counter.
"So we decided to come here."
"I wanted to go to Diamond Lily's for an early lunch," the tall woman near the back grumbled. Anne. I remembered her name was Anne. I threw a clean towel over my shoulder. "Well, I'm glad you decided to stop here first. What can I make you?" One by one, the women called out their orders, and I started to ring out the group of 6. "These will all be separate, I suppose?" Anne pushed toward the front. "I'll get it." She handed me a credit card. When her friends protested, she smiled. "I came into some money, and I'd like to do this. Humor me. It's not like I'm buying you jewelry or a car." The women settled around a table, and I handed Anne a slip and a pen to sign. "That was nice of you." I heated the milk for the lattes as she signed. "Money's no good sitting in a bank. It needs to be spread around to make a difference in this world." Anne turned away to join her friends. By the time I'd finished the drinks and cut the last cheesecake to serve, the women were laughing and talking all over themselves. Kent should be the one paying for this little impromptu team-building activity. They'd all go back to work happy and motivated for the rest of the day. I glanced at the receipt and nearly gasped at the tip. She'd left me almost 50%. I took the slip and pen to the table and tapped Anne's shoulder. "I think you made a mistake." I kept my voice quiet, not wanting to embarrass the woman. Anne glanced down at the paper. "No, looks right to me." "But the tip." She pushed my hand with the slip away. "I told you, money needs to be spread around." Then she turned back to the table and leaned over. "Did you guys see the boss's girlfriend come in with her panties in a bunch this morning?"